Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we are coming to you from the 64th edition of the Knoxville Nationals here at the Knoxville Raceway. My name is Mike Mallett from DirtTrackDigest.com, alongside our 5th place finisher, Logan Schuchart, and of course, Jeremy Elliott from SprintCarUnlimited.com. And Logan, let's start right off. Not a bad end of the night, man. You fell back a little bit there, but come back, rally back late in that feature, ended up in the top 5.
Yeah, it's very tough to get a top 5 here at the Knoxville Nationals. So, I mean, there's a little bit of disappointment for sure. Starting third, I felt like we could have a good shot to, for the win. I feel like there was some very good cars up front. Obviously, the 10 car was really, really good. But, I mean, after our qualifying night, I was kind of unsure. I felt like, we're catching one of the best in the business. So, you don't want to change too much, but my gut told me that we weren't as good as we needed to be. But at the same time, you don't want to go the wrong direction and kind of throw yourself, hurt yourself more than help yourself. So I kind of knew that we weren't as good as we needed to be. I felt like we were decent. I got back by Corey right there before the caution came out for the halfway point, and had to give that spot back. But and then the restart just didn't go very good. I got to the bottom of 1 and 2. I feel like I followed the 41. The 14 BC was on the outside, and then Rico got to the outside too. And when we came out of 2, I just felt like I was in a bad spot. On defense, had to get to the top as quick as possible, because I think the 41 went to the bottom, where the 14 BC did, and then I had Rico on the outside. So I tried to drive across the track, and it just wasn't stuck like I needed to be. I kind of just felt like I hit ice and slid across the track and got above the cushion. And
yeah, you hit that cushion. You hit that. That could have been even worse. Yeah.
Yeah, I lost a bunch of spots, so that was bad. But kind of rallied back a little bit towards the end.
Rallying back like that, so can you take something away from that? Obviously, starting in the top 5, starting third overall, you want to contend for the win, obviously. But to fall back like that, a lot of people, that would have been the end of their Knoxville Nationals. You're able to save it. Can you take anything away from being able to battle back against really good cars?
Well, there's obviously a little bit of strategy to it when you're thinking about the halfway point and beyond that. And once we got halfway through the second 25 there, you don't want to just pound the top of this place, especially not tonight. Sometimes you can, but when they cut the top down, the top was kind of choppy and had some sharp. It didn't feel good. It felt like had some sharper pieces of clay in it. I'm sure that's what happened to the 57 and maybe some other cars, I'm not sure, but I didn't want to go up there. I felt like I was spinning in the cushion instead of riding with it. When your car's good, you're kind of riding in the cushion, you're keeping the tires underneath of you, rolling in the gas and rolling around the cushion with momentum, and I didn't feel that way. I felt like I was spinning in it, but when it got to that point, the last five laps there, what I got to lose. So I felt like I just got to stand on the gas and try and rip the top as hard as I could, and I felt like I was spinning in it. Doesn't feel good, but it's faster, and I passed some cars and kind of taking a chance of blowing a tire, but I was kind of pissed off at that point.
It's a matter of just going for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Talk about the break. It looked like right prior to the break, your car was coming to life, and you got up there alongside the guys running second and third, and the break just kind of fell at the wrong time for you, because you probably could have had them down here coming off the bottom. Like, your car was one of the few in that first half that was really good on the bottom.
Yeah, I was a little frustrated. I felt, it's tough for the guys making the calls when the caution comes out, but I felt like I had the 14 BC and he was kind of on defense mode, and I felt like I was getting away from him at that point, kind of when the caution came out. When we came back to the finish line, I felt like I had third place, but it is what it is. That's how it works out. But, so I was a little frustrated with that, but then like I said, I just got a bad restart afterwards, and I feel like the halfway point, we made some calls and we did some stuff that we wouldn't normally do here. It's a team effort. I could put the blame on myself, whatever. It's just a team decision. I feel like we were doing what we thought was right in the situation to make ourselves better, and we just made the wrong call. That's how it goes sometimes, and we'll learn by it. We had a couple, we had three races here before tonight, other than our qualifying night, and it's just tough. These guys run here all year long, and they get really good here. We saw that with the guy that won. They're obviously the fastest car. Ryan did a really good job, but we just weren't as good as we needed to be. We felt like we were going in the right direction. We just got to work on our program. So I love this place. I love this event, and we'll take 5th, I guess, this year.
And he mentioned it. Ryan Timms is your winner. 18-year-old Ryan Timms getting the job done. Rico Abreu second. David Gravel was third. And just double checking my 4th.
He came from 21st to third.
And then it was Carson Mestizo back there in 4th. And of course, Logan Schuchart finishing 5th.
Yeah, I mean, Ryan Timms was good all week. And I think Logan obviously saw that as well. A lot of guys are talking about how fast Ryan was. He was up by 4 seconds. Some people said, oh, guys are just kind of hanging around. He was putting them on him the whole race. Were you surprised how easily he was able to get away?
I never saw him, so it's
wow.
It's not even on the restart I was focused on Carson. I got to Carson and Corey Day there right before the red came out for the halfway point, and felt like I was racing good with them, but I never even saw Ryan. So he looked really good on his qualifying night. I know his car looked like it was kind of squatted on the left rear. The 83's been doing that really good. It seems like they sit there and they get a lot of drive from that. And for people that don't know, lots of times you sit on the left rear too hard, you can lose your right rear stick, and it seems like those cars are doing a really good job at keeping the right rear underneath of it, but sitting on the left rear at the same time. And that was kind of the problem that we had. Especially as the shocks got hot, tires got hot after that halfway point, I felt like I was just standing the left rear up. The more I ran the bottom, or the more I plugged it in the top, and it would stand the left side up, the worse I got. So, but those cars, Ryan, the 10 car, they obviously have something figured out to keep that thing sitting down and rotating at the same time.
Talk about the end of your race, getting back up there and then having a shot. I mean, you had a shot you could see, that battle right there was 3rd, 4th, and 5th. We're all right together. You guys were sliding each other 3 wide, doing crazy stuff there at the end, all trying to get to that final spot on the podium. Because again, Ryan kind of got out there, obviously way out there. And then you had, Rico, once he got the second, kind of put a gap on you guys. But that race beyond that was fantastic. As someone here to watch, as a media member, it was great.
Yeah, I mean, I guess when you start to get to that attitude where, you're going to take the strategy out of it and just gas it up.
Don't care.
It seems like we go a little better at that point. But I don't want to do nothing dumb either. I've done, I'm 32. I've done stuff in my career where I'm like, I gas it up and just go for it. It doesn't work very well lots of times. But there's a time and place for it, and that was the time and place.
Take us out.
All right. Well, you know what? This is my happiest, saddest day of the year. I started the happiest, and now I am the saddest because we are officially complete here from the 64th edition of the Knoxville Nationals. 355 days, I think. 354 I get to come back.
I don't care. I'm going to be on a plane at 6 a.m.
Yeah, you're ready to go. Logan's ready for a break, I'm sure. But for Jeremy Elliott from SpeedCarUnlimited.com, for Logan Schuchart, my name is Mike Mallett from DirtTrackDigest.com. Thank you for being with us all week. We hope you've enjoyed these videos as much as we had fun making them. And I got to say at this point, until next year here from the Knoxville Raceway.